Welcome to Frank Bruno Law. I am Frank Bruno. I'm an elder law, probate, estate planning, guardianship attorney. Today's topic, I am going to take you through a scenario that was presented to me by a prospective client today. Before I get to that, my office can be reached through the website, frankbrunolaw.com. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Small conversation, just like the one I had today, and I'll take you through it. I had spoken to an adult child of a person that was in, I'm going to give you, this is based on a true story, right? I'll change some of the things. So for purposes of this story, there's an adult child. I'm going to use a female adult child. I'll make it a brother and sister. So I might say he or she. So this person called me and asked me a series of questions, and we had an engagement concerning, and I'll make the person the mother. And the mother will be a widow. So her mother is presently in a hospital. There was a slip and fall, and will be sent to a rehabilitation center. Many times the rehabilitation centers are located inside of a nursing home facility. And the questions presented to me, and over the next few days, I'm going to address some of these questions because this is a frequently asked type scenario. So the mother owns a home. The mother has money. The mother may come from the nursing home, it's a rehabilitation center, back to the home, needing care. What does this person and her sibling do? They work full time. How can we help our mother? She lives alone, right? So this is the scenario. This is what we have to go through. And then the questions they ranged from the healthcare proxy, maybe mental capacity. Some documents were in place. Can mom qualify for community Medicaid? We don't want to put her into a nursing home, but can we even qualify for that? Right? So mom owns a home. What do we have to do with the house? Right? These are the type of questions that we get. So let me hit the, where should I start first? Healthcare proxy. So a healthcare proxy is the type of document that allows your proxy, the person that you designate, to speak to your medical professionals when you do not have capacity. Say you're in a coma, you're unconscious, you're knocked out. It allows your proxy to speak to those healthcare professionals on your behalf. It could even include getting medical records, things like that. Oftentimes, the hospitals, the institutions will use this document to really speak to you about the care of your parent. And if you have a parent that's competent, that may be overreaching. So, but it's the best document that we might have. Another one that's also, and I'll end with this document, and then I'll go through some of the other scenarios. I just wanted to set the stage today. Another useful document would be the HIPAA. The HIPAA is, I'm sure we all get those HIPAA notices, compliance notices annually. When you go to your primary care physician, you probably have to sign a HIPAA form or get the notification on the little computer screen that they put when you have to put your thumbprint, right? It's in this new modern era. So that would be the takeaway from today would be that you should have a healthcare proxy and a HIPAA completed together, and that rounds out what your proxy can do. So this adult child should have those two documents, and even the brother could be brother, sister, two brothers, whatever the parent wants, those adult children should have both a proxy and a HIPAA. Continuing my series, this is part 2 of some questions and my responses in a telephone consultation. So, yesterday I depicted the scenario, an adult child, and, I'm morphing facts, right? He could be she, mother could be father. That's not really the important thing, and I'm not divulging prospective clients' information. Adult child, telephoned, parent is in the hospital, is going to a rehabilitation center to get physically a little bit stronger for the probable return home, right? That's the goal. Physically get strong so that parent can come home. The adult child wants to get some things in place. Yesterday I spoke about the healthcare proxy. In this fact pattern, there is parent has money, maybe $100,000. Parent owns a home. Issue is, should the house come out of the mother's name? Should the house remain in the mother's name? What are the rules and regulations concerning removal of money from the bank account? Can that be done safely? Is it advisable? Does it trigger any period of look back, or does it forfeit? Does it, cause you to forfeit your ability to get Medicaid? So we're going in turn, we're hitting some things. So in this case, there was not an issue about dementia, not an issue about capacity. And the inquiry was about a power of attorney in this larger context. And as part of your estate planning toolbox, the elder law client, the person that's, that has a parent in this situation, the parent really should have a power of attorney so that the adult child or any trusted person can go to the bank, can potentially or possibly at some future point gift. Maybe possibly they could apply for Medicaid or long-term care services so that the person with the power of attorney can engage their financial analyst, their broker, right, their stockbroker, depending on what the person has. But even if you have little to no money, a power of attorney is a useful document to deal with Social Security, to deal with your insurance company, to deal with your cable company, to deal with National Grid or Verizon, right? So the power of attorney really helps the caregiver step in the financial shoes of the person that's in this situation. So I don't know if I want to go to the next topic. My topics usually take a couple of minutes. So again, we're working through this fact pattern, but a power of attorney is a useful document to have for a variety of reasons, and it's based on capacity. This is the other point. I often get calls where a child will say, my mom has dementia. My mother had the onset of dementia. My mother is forgetful. Now, in a non-therapeutic, non-medical reply to that, is the person, momentarily lucid? Are they intermittently competent? Can they sometimes know things? And, what is the standard? Well, do they know who they are, their name, where they are, the object of their bounty, what they own, what they have, who's important to them in their life? Can we engage in a conversation? I don't necessarily need them to tell me that today is Tuesday, but if it's day and they say it's night, then no, they're not. They don't have capacity to sign a document. So get your ducks in a row. Get your plan in place in these documents before you face the issue of capacity. So I went through power of attorney, healthcare proxy, and now I'm up to the stage in the conversation that took place. The inquiry was, hey, my mom's going to need some assistance. Can you assist me with Medicaid? Now, again, in the fact pattern, the person owns a home. The person has money in the bank. I said it's going to be about $100,000 for this example. Everyone has a fact-specific, situation as to whether or not they need community Medicaid or institutional Medicaid, and then what are their assets and resources. Now, for the purpose of today's video, I'll let you know that community Medicaid, that's assistance in the home, medical insurance and an aid coming into the home, maybe 4 hours, a few times a week, up to 24 hours a day, where a person will reside in their own home and get outside assistance. Community Medicaid has its own set of rules and regulations. They're specific. No, I don't want to use the word. Well, they are specific. However, the criteria is based on three things. Does the person need the aid? Physically, do they physically need the aid? Is their body in such a state, a condition that they can't take care of the activities of daily living? And do they need Medicaid? Then we have a financial component. Assets, which are called resources. How much money do they have? Do they have properties? Do they have money, financial accounts, right? That type of resources. And monthly income. Those same three criteria, those same three apply for the institutional Medicaid, but the numbers are different. The income is different. The assets that you're permitted are different. What's countable and not countable. So both programs, the two different programs, they have different eligibility requirements. So that's what I went through on the phone, and there's a little bit of a dialogue. Person asks a question, I answer. I get asked another question, or I have to clarify a point, and that's what we do on our phone calls. This was a prospective client phone call. If you are a prospective client, if you'd like to speak with me, please go to the website, frankbrunolaw.com.